It's gotten to that time of the week, guys. The time we've all been waiting for. What's going on, guys? It's GBP, baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's been following me along this week. We've had a considering the market conditions and considering it's non-farm payroll week, I'd say we've had a pretty strong week. Yeah, so let's just get straight into things. So here's the 4 hour, and there's a few things I've marked out here. If you've been watching me, you'll know what everything on here is. I'm going to go through a few things. Oh, they got a new... Let's try using this. This might help you guys. This is fun. So yesterday I was saying how I wanted to see price rally on Thursday to create some kind of manipulation into the buy side liquidity. You can see we did that, trading through this, and then you can see our price dropped towards the latter part of the day back into the range which I wanted to see price respect. So on that behalf, I'm pretty happy with how dollars traded today. This new thing's quite interesting. That's cool. Oh, so yeah, let's take a closer look. So you can see again, yesterday's video I highlighted how we've taken out this south side liquidity, and now we're kind of stuck into a range bound right between this high and this low, and you can see our price kind of consolidating in this range. Let's go down to the 1 hour. This order block right here, the fact that we've managed to continue to respect it here, if we can continue to see this kind of respect moving into the new day, then I'd like to think that, non-farm payroll will be sending price higher. In fact, low-key or cheekily, the fact that we're taking out Wednesday's high just as I anticipated is quite telling of price. But the way that we're respecting this order block, the way that we've traded down into this bullish order block, the way that this fair value gap has only been traded to at the midpoint, the fact with all these in line, I'm looking for price to see if it can continue to push higher. So let's just drag a few things over. This is my first time using this demonstration tool, so do bear with me. And then obviously we have non-farm payrolls at 8:30, followed by impact news at 10 as well. So tomorrow's going to be crazy. But yeah, we're seeing support. So moving into the new day, the lowest I want to see price trade is going to be this same range. Ideally, price can stay above it, and then if we keep seeing price continuously pushing higher, then I'd like to think that non-farm payroll is going to send us through the roof and back above this Sunday opening price. Most of the week, you can see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've been below this Sunday opening price. It is possible for highs, don't get me wrong, it is possible for highs to be created on Mondays, but the fact that price opened and pretty much has created the high, in quotation marks, on Sunday, it's a little bit suspicious to me. So I am going to mark that out just as something to consider. But this is all assuming that price manages to stay above this range. Now, let's go to the daily and take a look. What I'm going to do, now that you can see this, take one more look at this. I'm going to clear the charts. Actually, I don't need to clear all the charts. There's only a few things I need to clear out. Let's take out that. We don't need to see that. And then this and this, we can keep on this time frame. And let's go to the daily. Now, the daily is looking awfully bearish. Do not get me wrong. You can see our price digging into here. But the way that we're taking out this high, the way that we're technically traded into a breaker, as in I'm looking at this range from over here. And if we look at the fair value gaps, let's take a close look at price. So we have here. And then we also have this range right here. I'm looking at this and the way that volume's closing around these levels, and it's quite interesting to me because it's like there's a level of respect going on here. We're still respecting 50% levels, volume staying in the upper quadrant, and then in this gap that are, this volume imbalance here, we're even respecting that with the volume, and it looks like we're going to close above it. And then, as you can see, the 4 hour supports that as well. The way that prices, found support on top of it and we're closing above it. So there's things to suggest that, dollar may want to push higher. But what I need to see from dollar is I need to see that instantly. So right off the back, 3 a.m., I want to see dollar pushing higher for me to be accepting that we may want to run into buy side liquidity on the back of NFP. Now, I don't usually try and predict NFP, and I don't suggest anyone trades it. But But yeah, that's my thinking right now. Let's go to the 1 hour again, and you can see again this bullish. This is a breaker, right? So we have a low, we have a high, we have a lower low. In fact, I can draw it now, can't I? I'm probably not going to use this again. But the fact that this is a breaker, right? This range. So us seeing support found in it isn't new, and based off that concept, assuming this is a low, so assuming this is the low of the week, this is a concept would suggest that from here price should be able to expand higher. Now we are obviously in a consolidation, and it makes sense before we move into the new day. But moving into the London range, if price continues to consolidate, that if price continues to show support, and you know we're still above this range, there's no reason for us not to expect price to be able to expand. Also, you can see right here, large down close imbalances. There's a lot of imbalance right here, volume imbalance around that Sunday opening as well. So if we are on the buy side and price is bullish, then there's no reason that we can't anticipate price to want to try and fill this in. Another thing to take note of is the way that, look at how price ran this morning. Took out our Wednesday high very comfortably, consolidated a bit, and then we just pulled back into the range. But if we were bearish, as far as I'm concerned, you know, this wouldn't have been able to get violated. And you can see our volumes respected the 50% level. And this is where it makes it difficult, because it's like, well, you could argue it's still respecting it, but yeah. Honestly, guys, I don't know. I'm not the man to talk to. But basically, I'm just paying attention to this range as we move to the new day. Let's go and have a look at GBP. And I did get in on a short that I did talk about. Let's take a look real quick. So here's a very short trade I got in, but this was again 3 a.m. I saw the setup form, so I went short because I knew I wanted to see price trade lower, and then I let go of the positions as soon as we started trading down below this low. I'll show you right here. You can see our price tagged that here, but obviously I got that. I got out below these lows. I wasn't aware that price was going to keep digging like this, so that's what was driving me insane. But you know, 3 a.m. again, you need to look for your setups, guys. And I did say this yesterday. 3 a.m. if price is moving lower, I'll be looking for a setup, and you can see right here. I'll show you the trigger. So I didn't get it as clean as I wanted to, but here's the fair value gap right here, and then the 3 a.m. candles right here. So we tapped into that. So you go and I went literally on the 3 o'clock short. Stop loss was above here, and then again I was just watching and allowing price to drop. Down here was my original target, but then price kept running, and this is where I decided to get out right here. So, you know, your trades don't have to be crazy, and this isn't like a huge move. You know, it's not huge compared to the whole move, but it's enough for the day. So things like that I do want you to consider, like, you know, time and then price. Do join my live streams. I'll try and get one done this Sunday when I do explain, you know, time and price more. But yeah, that's how it's looking. So let me just get rid of this for a second, and now let's look at this downwards price action. So I'm going to clear the charts again, and you can see, if from a daily perspective, let's have a look at everything we've got. If we want to see dollar potentially trade higher, that means we need to allow for pound to trade lower. And the reason I'm allowing pound to trade lower is because realistically, this is pissing me off. There's not really much that's showing me bullish. It's not giving me bullishness. So the fact that we've grabbed stops above here, so buy side liquidity has been grabbed above here. And then also look at this consolidation. This is a classic consolidation. We tapped into it here, returned to it here, returned to it here, and look at volume. Volume here, volume here. And then look at how we traded today, taking out significant lows. This isn't giving me much hope of higher prices on the back of NFP. And then also we now have a bearish order block right here, open, and here. So what I'm going to do, and a inversion fair value gap. So let's get the inversion fair value gap marked out first. Now it probably won't be very strong, and then I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need to pay attention to that right now. And then I'm also going to draw attention to this bearish order block open. So let's make that black. And let's go to the 4 hour. and you can see how price ran, grabbed those stops, traded aggressively lower, took out these lows. So look, it's disrespecting bullish PD arrays. This is a bullish order block, and look at how price just easily went straight through it. It doesn't care. So moving in tomorrow, I'd like to think that price will rally slightly a bit more, because we do a breaker, high, low, higher, high displacement. So I will be paying close attention to this last down close candle for price potentially tap into as a potential rally. Now, whilst that's happening, I wouldn't be surprised if dollar, dropped a little bit and traded down into this bullish order block, So I'm happy for price to dip down, and that's, again, it's in this range. I'm happy for dollars playing here. In fact, this might be engineered liquidity, but as soon as it starts leaving it with, vigorous movement, that should be in line with the pound finding weakness, and then I'll be looking simply for sell side liquidity to get targeted right here. But obviously at NFP, things get a bit crazy, so more seriously down here. So yeah, I do think this rallying, what we're seeing from the afternoon, from the New York session, from 7 a.m. New York, this I believe is a part of the manipulation. I think we're going to see a continuation of that during London. I think London's going to continue this manipulation in that we're going to keep pushing price higher, rallying, and then it's going to set us up again 3 a.m. for potential short. And then we're going to consolidate, and then we're going to have NFP, and the price is going to go crazy and start digging deeper. That's my prediction. Especially the way we've grabbed these stops. As far as I'm concerned, the way that we've accumulated, like anyone that was short here, they're no longer in this move lower if price is going to drop. So the way that they've done this is looking like that to me. And then also, just generally how quick price left this high. So if we took this high and price is going to continue rallying, it wouldn't be able to leave it like this. This is too smooth. So it's a little bit suspicious to me. There's a lot of suspicious moves now. Again, this isn't trading advice, guys, and I'm probably not going to trade non-farm payroll, but this is how I'm watching. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for continued manipulation. I want to see price rally before it drops. Let's go to the 15-minute, take a closer look. And you can see, again, it's consolidation, but fair value gap here in this range, lined with the breaker. I'm happy for London to rally. If London's rallying, then I'll be happy to set up for a potential short. And then I'll simply put my stop loss above here and let price do its thing for the rest of the day. But I'll be getting my hair done whilst non-farm payroll's going off. So join the Discord because I'll be checking on my phone. And I think a lot of people think it's going higher, because look, don't get me wrong, we're seeing upwards trend and people do trend lines and all sorts, but it's just the way that we took out this high. We're filled in a gap here. It just seems a little bit too suspicious to me. So that's why, and look how easily prices run low and break in lower. I do think this is just a manipulation, but easier said than done, and there's only so much we can do. And either way, I'll be back next week, with the standard review. So that's everything on pound, and this is all assuming that we get the rally we wanted in London. But yeah, that's everything on pound. Let's go to Euro USD, and you'll see Euro as well delivered absolutely gorgeously. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know I wanted to see Euro trade down into sell side liquidity. Look at this. Traded down, sell side liquidity, consolidated, came back out. Another reason I think, remember I kept saying, I want to see the manipulation tomorrow, but this is what I mean, my bias has changed in that I think this is the manipulation, because of how fast we ran to this sell side liquidity pool in the morning, and how long it took for us to get up here. I'm starting to think that this is the manipulation, the second half of the day, so that's why I'm a little bit, suspicious of price. And then again, if dollar is going to run higher, let me just mark out this buy side as a point. If dollar is going to trade higher, then obviously we want to see euro trade lower. Let's take a closer look at price. And again, we now have a bullish order block right here, which we're literally still inside, so that's something to consider. But generally speaking, it'll be this low, yesterday's low, which I want to see get taken. We can get rid of that. You know what? Price could wick above that, looking at it on the daily. We might see that price rallies quite heavily, but generally speaking, I don't really want to see it rally much. I'd like to think that we can see bearish order blocks like here and here. I'd like to think that this can stay intact. Any higher than that, and it'll be a different story. But I'm happy for price to tap into it. As soon as price starts trading above that, I will be suspicious, and I probably won't want to get involved. But my bias going into things is wanting to see this respected as a very high for the day, and then I want to see price go. Because look at how look at this consolidation. Look at how price sliced through it. It's just too clean for me. It's too clean. So that's what I'm going to be paying close attention to, and it's okay if we get it wrong, guys. Or I'm not. There's only certain things that have to play out for me to want to trade. It's not like it's the end of the world. So if we trade above this box right here, we get into tomorrow and we're trading above it, I'm not trading for the day. It's period. But if, say, we respect this, it gets to London session and we find that price is turning, say 3 a.m. or 8 a.m. we're here and we're turning, then I might consider it and I'd look for shorts. But even then I'm using low risk because it's non-farm payroll. And then there's all these other factors, such as the way it took out this high. The way it took out that high this week, they're stopping anyone that went short here was like, yes, all week, yeah. And then price comes back on itself and it grabs that. And this isn't a break in market structure. Well, you could argue it is, but I don't see it as a break as market structure. A break in market structure would be, aggressive. You know what a break in market structure looks like, guys. And I'm not going to show you an example right now. That's what we do in our live streams. Make sure to join them. But overall, look at this. Look at that. Why would anyone want to be involved in this? What are they doing, guys? What are they doing? They're up to something. But anyway, that's going to be everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, join me over on Discord, and don't trade tomorrow. Demo trade all you like, but I wouldn't recommend trading because NFP is a joke. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be nice. I don't think it's going to be a nice one. But yeah, that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on Sunday. Peace.